Your opinion of President Trump?
I believe he's a good businessman, and I believe that this might be what our country needs, is someone to run this country more on a business standpoint, and I think he's proven that in his past. I think he's also human and makes errors just like the rest of us do, and shouldn't be judged solely on his errors, but also on his positives and stuff as well.
As soon as President Trump took office, there's been talk about Trump impeachment. What's your opinion about that?
I don't believe that he's done anything that would require impeachment. I mean, that's a pretty hefty decision to be made, and I believe that decision is to be made by the people.
You are adamant that President Trump should be impeached.
Absolutely.
Why?
Well, I think that if we're going to have a president in office, that we should have someone who is honest.
You didn't vote for Trump, and yet now you're a fan.
Yeah.
Why?
I think that he's doing something phenomenal for the economy. I think that he is looking at it from a totally different perspective than politics. It's what can we do to make the United States better.
And yet, with all that said, you still hear a lot of folks in the media or in Congress talking about the fact that Trump should be impeached. There's no border wall crisis. He's a racist. He colluded with Russia. What's your take on all of that?
I think they're idiots. Why are we wasting time on trying to impeach him? Why aren't we just making things work?
Should President Trump get a second term in office, or should he be impeached?
I think that he should be impeached because as a Latina woman, I'm very disappointed by how he's overgeneralized the entire Latino race. As someone who's come from immigrant grandparents, it's really discouraging to see him describe my grandparents as thieves, as rapists, as people who just take over the system, that are abusing the system. Because my grandparents are amazing people who have helped the community, and they came from humble beginnings, and it's really sad, especially since Mexicans make up 17% of the U.S. population.
I don't have hatred, and that's what his message is hatred.
Do you believe President Trump should be impeached?
I do believe there should be consequences based on the words and actions he's led up. Impeachment should be discussed if it gets there. I mean, his term is almost over. We are the government, the people are the government, but we don't necessarily act that way. But until we do start acting that way, then maybe some change would come about it. But we did need President Trump in the office so we could make this being aware of the situation of hatred.
All this Trump impeachment talk, what's your opinion?
Should he be impeached? Should he not be impeached? I don't know. I think that to me, it seems like every president I've been alive for and witnessed, somebody has always wanted to impeach them. So I think that conversation just is always there. As long as you're comparing two people, there's always going to be an opposing force. So do I think he should be impeached? I don't know.
You heard what your neighbors have to say. Now give us your opinion in the comment section. From Main Street, USA, David Nazar News reporting.